Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hooking in Good Company. I'm trying all kind of opening lines, so we just keep trying them and see how they work. How we doing? How's everybody doing? Post New Year's, Christmas. It's always anticlimactic couple of days or weeks. You build up to this Christmas thing and then you have it, forget it, it's over very fast, and then it's over. You got nothing to do. You got nothing to do. So, lots of stuff to share with you today. I can't decide again if this tripod is too high, too low, too this, too that. But okay, I gotta reach for my book because there's all kind of I don't know actually what I have a list, but I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing. Number one, hello all my subscribers. It's very nice what you write. I try to answer all of them. I put the heart if it's nothing to answer, and I write a lot of you because it's nice what you say and it's nice what you suggest, and I listen, read it all, and I follow it all, and I don't know all of you, but I see these kind of familiar names that I'm starting to know, and all of you have channels, of course. I go and look, and if you don't have channels, well, then I just write back. So hi to you first on the list, and then hi to everybody else. And where do we start? I don't know, because there's many multi-subjects here. Big news. A friend of mine called Lisbeth, who is very known in the Netherlands in the youth theater. Yeah, this woman get prizes from the Queen and from the city of Amsterdam and from all different parts of the Netherlands. She's won all kind of prizes because she does youth theater a very long time, and she makes just all the, I think all of Holland has grown up on her plays, and she makes fabulous plays. And she is one of our teachers in Gaza. She's one of our most important teachers. She goes sometimes twice a year, but she does go every year. Jan's upstairs working, so I'm sorry. It's like Nona and Sal. It's like Rosie and Sal. The guy, everybody's doing something, and the house isn't divided by rooms because it's kind of lofty here. Okay. So Elizabeth is the youth theater director. She works with us. We see her many times. She's one of our teachers. She's there. She knows the scene there. She also travels in other places, but became a very good friend over the 25 years that we know her. And she has some kind of, I was talking to her about, it's kind of a big story. This might have to be 2 episodes. That I'm going to have to write a book about my whole history with the theater and how it happened and the companies I made and the whole history of that thing. And I'm even thinking of doing it on YouTube because I can't see myself sitting down writing chapter 1. I was born in Brooklyn because it's a very big story. But we were talking about how to do the book, and I said to her, there's one thing that's stopping me is that my house is completely clogged up with yarn. I can't get into my office. I don't know what I'm doing. And it's just a chaos. That's a big, it's just not inviting. It's not inviting. It's taken over my life, and so it doesn't make me think of my work or of this book that I have to put together. And she said, well, I'm coming over and we will get rid of that problem. And yesterday, this woman, this theater director, friend, wonderful gal, came to my house at 12 o'clock, and with a what appeared to be a no system, she worked with me. She organized, she directed me to organize all of the yarn in the Amsterdam house. She came at 12 and she left at 10 at night. Jan brought in lunch. Jan brought in dinner. We came down for the 2 meals and went back, and she only left when the last ball of wool was in the last correct place. And it is all done. So it's not a system of all of this yarn here, all of this. It's another system. It's what do you want in front of you, and we pile it all up. What might you not touch for a while? All the it's just all organized, and it's also organized by floor. So upstairs is an organization where I know where everything is, and downstairs is another the yarn is organized. Okay, now I have to write a book, but that's that's the next part of the problem. The yarn is organized, and it is absolutely not terrifying what I have. It isn't as nuts as I've been complaining about for the last. All right. That's a great story. Well, I was so impressed by the way that she directed this whole yarn organizing thing that I think it's the point is the goal. The process stops being the point. The point doesn't matter if there's pretty yarn upstairs and pretty yarn downstairs. There's yarn that I don't like upstairs, yarn that I don't like downstairs. Which reminds me, who's the one that was talking about that quote-unquote ugly wool? I know the problem. I have another way of dealing with it, because I think that you have to take the ugly wool and attack it and make something out of it. But that's, again, there's so many issues that I don't know which one's important. So we cleaned up the yarn. I know exactly what I have. And of course the first thing, and what she left on the couch, because this couch was really piled high with stuff you can't sit on it or lounge on it, or whatever you're supposed to do on a couch, you can't do because it's covered with everything, and she put it all in. She just took a project bag, and put every stitch marker in the project bag, whether it was plastic or whether it was not plastic. From Knit Crate, all the things went into the and bouncing off that subject, whoever is doing, who is that? It's a woman I'm watching new. She's round. She's funny. She's always laughing, and she's gonna glam the hat one. So I got the hat, and I'm gonna glam it. What I mentioned in a previous podcast, I'm not going to say it again, so now it can be, but I didn't do it yet, it's going to be done. So, first thing it says here, okay, after cleaning the yarn, and this is big exciting news, because Jan's, he's happy that we did it, but he's not happy that 25 pounds of Karen 1 pound is in his office now. But, okay, he's going to have to just get used to it. Again, I'm turning left to right. I'm going to show you some new stuff. So, this is what I showed you, and I'm not wearing my comb so I can show you hats, because that's stupid. I had a manicure today because my nails were so long I couldn't type anymore. Nice color. I think, Rosie, you wear that color. Hi, Rosie. I'm also going to start putting everybody's links in my box, because somebody said it's also a nice way to get more people and to be more friendly to everybody, to link everybody, because I assume that you all know everybody. I think you do, but still, it's nice to have everybody's links to what I say. So I have to watch it and put the links. So this is my hat. A lot of people said that they loved the yarn. Okay. I really can't see. I have to go back to the eye doctor and say, well, now I really can't see because the thing is too big. But okay. Here we go. Somebody said they love the colors. Whoever loves the colors and who wants the hat. So that's one. And I only had one ball of this, so you make one hat out of it, but I did have it in 2 colors. So the other color, and these are the projects that Lisbeth said, these are the things you have to finish first up. So this one is finished, but it came in a second color. So I'm going to just make the second hat, and then we can give it to a couple, a husband and a wife, matching hats. Why not? If anybody would like them, tell me, because it's really given. If you need, I'm not just given. I can bring them to Ontario, but I will talk about that later. But a husband and wife hat set. That's what that's going to be. So it's one finished and one to make, because according to the yarn organization system, I have to finish these things because we don't have a place for them. And they're very almost finished. Okay. Remember when we bought, I bought it and Rose from Rose Likes Crochet, but we bought the Crayola, the Lion Brand Crayola. So I bought, like she did, the basic colors. And not the greatest yarn. It's a really thin 3. It's not the most fabulous. It's just a really fabulous packaging. Another thing besides this is I all of a sudden get completely interested in journaling. Thank you, Donna Leclerc, Sunshine Leclerc, because it's unbelievable. You think we do things with yarn. These women do the same exact stuff with paper. Look at this gorgeous piece of paper. And little tiny pieces of paper, I already spent a considerable amount of money on paper, envelopes, things to make corners, things to stay. I don't know. I have to go to craft camp. We need adult craft camp, all of us. And that's where we should just all retire someplace. So what I decided to do with those cakes that have about, oh God. Oh, see, I dropped. I should have dropped at the beginning, and then I wouldn't have dropped. And I have this stupid thing on it that... Sorry, ladies. I got no gents. I don't think I got any gents, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. That is, it's a 4, and it's a thin 4. And, oh, can you believe the number is so small I had to take a photograph of it to see what the hook size was. It did recommend a 5 hook, and I did use a 5 hook. So again, I need another beanie hat from the Crayola, from this Crayola yarn. It's not variegated, but it just plays with red. It's a play on red, and I made a very broad brim. And because there's not much else you can do with it, and because when you buy 7, one of every color, I think that Rose made a mile a minute blanket that she was not happy with. I remember that well, and I said, So I'm just going to make, if you can see, they're quite nice looking. And I can give them to a hospital or because they're nice hats. They're really simple, comfortable, nice beanies. And, okay, that's that. So I'm going to make these in all the 7 colors I have upstairs. These are the Crayola hats. I don't know, maybe we'll find 7 people that have something in common. A family of 7. I have to find a family of 7. I gotta count the balls first. Then, last year, I don't know if I showed this to you or not, I had a lot of extra Karen cotton cakes from, remember those blue and beige and those colors? You'll recognize when I showed them to you. And I made just... like I did with the placemats, if you remember from Jerusalem, the placemats. These are quite big, what are they? They're very big face cloths, or very big, if you go to the spa, a cloth. And they're all very nicely finished with a little chain 3 single crochet edge. It's a set of 4. It's a present for any, it's a present that probably I just should give it as presents. And I just went through the ball, not caring what the colors were. I did the same thing with the placemats. And, you know, when these things get wet, they're really nice and soft. They're nice. So there's a set of 4 because I was already fed up with those cotton cakes. I was bored of the colors. I made 4 bags out of them, and whatever was left from the 4 bags, I collected together and made. I think this one was called Rose Whisper. It's a great color. I gave all the bags to all the girls that are working in the office in Gaza, and they're all walking around with variations of Karen cotton cakes, and they're shopping bags. They're nice shopping bags for them. So I made those, and then I made the same set in blue because that's what I had left. Same idea. I'm not gonna just flip through all of them, but it's the same idea. I just they have the edges, but I didn't tuck in the ends. So again, as part of the organization, I tuck in the ends and I put it in the completely finished pile. So I made those. And now I'm starting to think they're so nice. I don't know if the hospitals need things like that, but they are cotton, and you probably can happily wash a patient with such a thing. But you know, in the hospitals they throw everything away. Talk about green, and talk about not throwing stuff away. If you see what the hospitals throw away, you can't fight that. That's I mean, that's serious garbage. It's a problem. All right. I don't know if I ever showed you these because they're from last. I don't know if I ever showed them to you, but I'm just showing. So I made this with a very long, thin matching see, it just goes around and around, so you just kind of look great because it's very thin, but it's that design that I make, right? Thin and long. So this needs to go to Switzerland or skiing people, and it's a big slouchy thing with one of Debbie's from the Canadian Crochet Crotcheta, big one of her funny great pom-poms. So that's a finished project, and I've got to get him out of you got to get him out of a bag. They got to go out. They got to be given away. So there's that one. Okay. Then I maybe also I'm just going to show them because they're here, and why not see? There's a loose end here, and it didn't mean to be. Same idea, a bit big. So Debbie, you could probably go take a bath in this one. There's the thing, because it's. I don't know if a man would even want that. No, a man can't want this because this is also a cowl set. And personally, I love these cowl sets, but I never wear them. And I never see people wearing them, but look how great this is. It's greens and things. I can probably put an elastic in here to make it a little bit fit better and give it more of a puff. But, yeah. I don't know how warm it keeps you because I don't think that there's a string of wool in any of them. But I don't even know I'm not sure. This is all of my mysterious. You know, the mysterious Turkish wool is just another version of ice or another version of Hobium. It's just another company, and I think the company's called Himalaya, but I'm not sure if the yarn is Himalaya or the company's Himalaya. But I can look it up when I'm. Then this did I show you this? No. I had this very crazy idea, and I'm not sure that I'm going to make all of Bag O' Day patterns except the ponchos, because I don't like ponchos. I don't wear them. I don't think they're pretty. I'm not Mexican or Aztec. I don't like them. So, but I was thinking to look on all of her thing, and once I made that decision, the first thing that she made was a cat bed, and since I don't have a cat, thus no need for a cat bed. But I was thinking to start from her recent hat patterns and make all of her patterns because they're not very difficult. They all look great. I'm finding myself always going back there. And it would be I think she would like it if I just decided to say, okay, I'm making all of Crystal's patterns because I have all this wool that I want to work up. So this is a combination of the same exact beanie, because I really think it's just a nice beanie, and I love also her hats, which I've made a few of. This is the scarf that she made that had the two pom-poms on the end, and I don't have two matching pom-poms, but I did do the stitch. It's a nice stitch. It's 5 single crochet, 5 double crochet, and then you flip them on the other way, so you get, I think one of these squares from Unraveled Mitten is that. So this needs a pom-pom on the top, and it needs, but now the pom-poms are going to be in the back. So I do it the choking way. I would never wear a scarf like that because I'd be terrified to choke to death. But then here would be the pom-poms when I get them, because it's too short. It's not nice otherwise. The pom-poms is what make it fun. So that's another scarf set. And if I put pom-poms on it, a man won't want it. And if I leave it like this, a woman will want it. I don't think men like pom-poms. Anybody have any statistics on if men like pom-poms? I mean, I can't see Jan in a pom-pom. I think he would, yeah. I also had this idea, okay, I'm really flying all over the place, but bear with me, you know, it's entertainment. People like, so. I thought we should just all show either wedding photographs, recent photographs of us and our significant other. Just as, I don't want to do 20 questions or 20 challenges, but I would love to see a picture of Rosie and Sal. I would love to see a picture of Debbie and her husband. I would love to see, now you can look on Facebook and you can see who's who, somebody and their brother, somebody you want us to see you with, somebody you want to talk about that you love and that you, or me and my sister, like what I did in the video. And we can just do it once. You pick your couple, you and your favorite other person, and show a picture to us so that we just get to see who you love. Who you love? Yeah. It's who you love, the who you love photo. You and the who you love person. It's a suggestion. I'll let you know if I'll start with me, and I'll actually bring the man here and sit him down, so we don't even have to take a photo. But we could take a photo, make a book, etc. Then, now I don't know if this is too early or too late, but that ambient yarn I was a bit struggling with, and I did show it to you last week, and I'm going to show it to you now because I really don't know what to do with. What happened with the ambient yarn is, again, I made a giant shawl, ice yarn from Ambient. I wouldn't call it my design because it's 8 meters of double crochet. So I don't know if that's a design or not. It's a bit questionable. Big fluffy, big wrap around several times. Very nice. It's very pretty colors. I still think that I'm either too low or too high. That's better. You can see. Okay. And another, I got into my beanie hats again. So, again, if you're going ice skating or skiing, or, that's the fault. If you're going ice skating, skiing, or, I don't know, it's nice. And there was, because I bought 2 packs of it, and because I thought I was going to try and copy what Crystal made, which I think was a big C2C, that Secret Yarnery. I think that was a big C2C shawl, which I made, and I don't wear that stuff. I made a really big one, but I still don't wear it. And I'm never cold. So that's another, this is my ice challenge. This is my 2020 ice challenge. Finished. I don't know where to put it. I don't know where to post it. Who's in charge? That's Krista and Glenda. Ladies, you didn't say where to post it because not everybody has a channel. Or do we do it on the 20th of January? Am I completely out of time with this? And I'm supposed to be showing you this on the... Listen, you know what? If that's the case, if we have to do the videos on the 20th of January showing all of the ice yarn stuff, I'll just make another one. I'll pull another one out of somewhere. Because I'm not missing any ice yarn. I also bought 3 things of Rockstar. I finally see what Rockstar is. This is for Crystal from Chronically Crocheting. I made a cowl. Now, I made it much narrower, much longer. I think it's a great design. And I am very, very, very into the granny stitch, the drunken granny stitch with the front post, back post, double crochet, 2 lines of front post, back post, edging top and bottom. This thing is beautiful. Is that a loose end? No, that's the camera. So you have a very beautiful stitch. You know what's nice about the stitch? I discovered it today. You can't see where the yarn changes color. You don't ever get a stripe or like what you get with a double crochet where you see that the yarn changes color, because the yarn change, it's not that it is it will go from pink to purple or pink to brown, and I can show you that. But if you look where it turns from pink to brown, you can't see the line. You can't see the line because the stitch hides the line. So that's the drunken granny. I'm making 5 things out of it. And this, which the blanket, my accountant's blanket, this is a very, very, very good edging for that kind of a thing. So this is my, the cowl that Crystal from Chronically Crocheting has. I don't know where to post it, Crystal, my dear, because I know you're watching, because I spoke to you this morning. That's the cowl that I'm going to make. I made it. I don't know if I'm early, I'm late, and I certainly don't know where to post it. We're going on 26 minutes, so can't do my chocolate swipe on this one. So I will turn it off and turn it on again. And then one object that remained from the big cleaning up of Lisbeth yesterday was we found this thing that's too short to be anything. Chunky tweed, old. It's a 3-year-old. 3 years ago I bought it. I made it. It's not nice. It's too short. It's useless. I'm ripping it out. I'm going to make a hat out of it, and then I'll have another beanie hat. Jan, I'm podcasting. I'm making a video. Here's Jan coming down the steps in a good mood. Say hi.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah. Hi. So, let me check the book to see if any more yarn-related stuff. Okay. Lots of yarn-related stuff. Show the new stuff. That's the new stuff. Debbie and Karen from Happiness is Homemade, and Debbie from the Canadian Crocheter. Block party. I got my project. I don't got the block, but I know what I'm doing. That I gotta keep my mouth shut, so that's a secret. And my visit to America is coming before Ontario. So I don't know how I'm crossing the ocean so many times, but I'm doing it. And we were supposed to sit and book the tickets today. Are we booking the tickets to Ontario? We're gonna book the tickets because we have to pick the dates and flights and stuff. But I'm going. I don't care what's happening in anything. I'm going. And in February 3rd, I'm in Chicago. So if anybody, I know I'm meeting Rose, and if from Rose Likes Crochet, and if anybody want to come hang out, we can meet in we can do whatever we want, because it's we meet in a big anything, in a big Starbucks. I don't like Starbucks. Anything. Big Starbucks, big Michael, any place where they have a nice cafe and a nice place where we can... I saw that Ophelia Talks, Anya, she had it in a cafe, in a cafe. I don't know if America has cafes, but you can all come to Amsterdam. We'll meet. We can probably even meet in my sister's house. We got to do something with her husband, but I don't know if he'll agree to be total strangers. We'll have to say that we're not total strangers, that we all know each other quite intimately. So, That's the February visit. So I did a lot of things. Now we're going on 23 minutes, but I don't know if I should continue or if I should turn it off and do. I got the chocolate swap. I'm coughing. Sorry. Let's keep going. It'll be you can stop it here, go have lunch, go make dinner, go whatever you need to do, and then come turn it back on again. But I don't want to stop because I'm almost done. So I'm one of the chocolate swappers, and I was looking at her opening a box today. Rose is getting 10 boxes of chocolate. I got one, and she's getting 10. So I'm saying, maybe I need to do a chocolate swap, but look at the size of me. I don't need to do a chocolate swap. So, the first, I'm shaking you. I'm so sorry. The first thing in the chocolate swap, and I didn't do it, is she put yarn in it. She put DK yarn in it. Check it out. What is this? This is Cascade yarns. I think after going through my thing last night, I think that she just found some balls of yarn that she doesn't want to work up, she doesn't want to throw, and she included them to absorb the shock of the chocolate so it doesn't break, and so that we get some nice DK yarn. Because there's nothing wrong with having nice DK yarn. So there's okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, she filled the diagonal of this nice white stuff, and then there's probably a ball of brown cotton, ice cotton. I don't know what she probably has 7 other balls someplace. She probably divided them. You chocolate swappies, let me know what you got in there. So this is Franco Chicago. I don't know if it's a deck of cards, but I doubt it. It's going to be something. Oh, how do I do this? You know what's wrong with my phone? I don't know where the pause button is. So, why is he flashing? Is he doing something wrong? I have maybe... Oh God, I should have done this all before. Oh, it's four little somethings. I'm not going to start tasting these now. Do I have to taste them now? Is this how you do it? And then, okay, this is like my favorite chocolate item, probably on planet. Turtles. I love chocolate turtles. And I even mentioned them in the swap. So I think there's 2 in here. These are being eaten immediately when the podcast is done because I haven't had one in a long time. It's caramel and pecans and chocolate. This is something called a Trinidad. No idea what it is, but there's 2, so 1 for me, 1 for Jan, I guess. I think it's 2. Oh, 1 big one. And then this is a Fannie Mae, I don't know who's Fannie Mae, a milk chocolate crisp bar. So that's can't be bad. It's got to be quite the opposite of bad. And then this is very funny because I grew up in the States. I absolutely know what a Tootsie Roll is, but I haven't had a Tootsie Roll in a very, very, very long time. And when I was younger, you know, somebody said that if you write the Tootsie Roll and tell them that the Tootsie Roll isn't inside the lollipop, they send you back a box of Tootsie Rolls. And we did that. And we got like a box of 24 free Tootsie Rolls because we told them that there was no Tootsie Roll in the middle. Those were my days of corruption. Tootsie Roll corruption. I was 11, so I think that statute of limitations is over. I don't think Tootsie Roll's going to come and bust me for that. And the last and the big thing is something that is called a Frango. What does it say here? 3 different kind of chocolate, Frango mint. This is the Frango mint recipes. The Frango mint things. Oh dear. I don't like, I unboxed everything and then forgot to unbox the boxes. So I just ripped that off. Now what the hell is in here? Oh my. Okay, so you have this, and then you have this. So we got raspberry, toffee crunch, dark chocolate 62%, dark chocolate 62%, caramel, sea salt. So that's this. This has got to be fabulous. This must be fabulous because it smells fabulous when you open the box. So that's the chocolate swap. Not bad. One has a conflict now. Well, I have many conflicts because I have now chocolate. Chocolate's not a conflict. I buy it, I eat it, I love it, I understand it, I know it, which is why I did the swap. So I can have it and I cannot have it. There's a stack of chocolate here. I don't even eat it that much. It's like yarn. I love having it. Then I have the conflict of the journaling and all the paper and that whole thing. If I get into that, I gotta move. And I'm gonna probably need another husband, but okay. And then of course the yarn, but the yarn's under control as we know. I'm done. I'm not done. Did anybody finish? I asked this last week. Did anybody finish the unraveled mitten blankets? Here are my 11. Very nice, the same size. Remember I asked you a long time ago what color I should do it? You know what I was thinking? I was thinking to put another color around every square and then to sew them together with beige. Which will make like it's more interesting than brown, and it's more interesting than black, and it's more interesting than beige. So you put, I take all my 30 pounds of Karen cake and I put around each one another color and then sew them together with beige. I just thought of it when I was looking through the wool. And I don't know, did I ever show you this thing? It's a striped blanket. And when we were doing yesterday the yarn, Lisbeth said, I have to put a black border on it. What do you think? I think a black border is going to make it a bit boxy. Otherwise, it's just another blanket. It's really big. Oh, it's beautifully big. I didn't even see it. Look. So you have this section, and then you have this section, and then you have. It's really following. It's just you kind of go through. You go sort of through the rainbow, but not precisely through the rainbow. It's very much like Anya on Ophelia Talks. You just take out the yarn and you just go until it ends. Those are the colors. It's nice. It's a nice, and it's big, if you saw how big it was. But I'm not sure that it actually needs a border. This is inspired by that striped blanket that Krista from The Secret Yarnery has, only in between she put metallic, shiny thread, but I didn't have it, so I just put, it's DK, it's Stylecraft Special DK, which is really nice, and then I put Karen 1 pound in the middle, so it's like a thicker, it's thicker. It was another solution to make definitive separations. But I'm not sure that it needs a black border. I think that'll ruin it. I think I'm not putting a border on it. My Lisbeth was not right with that. And that is the podcast. How's everybody, when you say how's everybody doing, you expect to hear everybody say fine. But I'm sure everybody's not fine. And some of you fine. Some of you not feeling good, some of you feeling great. I hope to see some of you in Ontario. Hope to see some of you in Chicago. Hope to keep hearing from everybody and keep good company. Crochet, be happy. Subscribe in the subscription box below, and all those words that I hear every night and every day. Like, don't subscribe, like, subscribe, all those things. Mwah.